politics, entertainment, news, and business. And this is KMTV. We are on your screen, we are everywhere. The best online Liberian platform you have. Make the best use of it. My name is Frank Adjus, and I endorse this channel.
Busiest, right? Because it's got all the traffic on 81.
That is really
much busier. Bass Lake Road is much busier than 63rd. To take away the lanes and to build the station here, we don't want to widen the whole world out. So what we're proposing right now is that the train will be right at grade that you see out here. The station will be as well. And then this traffic that wants to go north and south on 81 will go up and over Bass Lake Road. Okay. So the traffic going this way would not have to stop. They would go up and over Bass Lake Road. If you want to go to Bass Lake Road, there'll be ramps. It'll be like an interchange built right there. A ramp will come, you can come up. And so it, yeah, very good, very good. Just like that. Yeah. So it'll be, now, what it also does is, one of the problems we always had here was the concern about pedestrians having to cross this street. And so if the station is in the middle and pedestrians, so the other thing is right here, from like that cell tower all the way to where we are here, probably including that building, will be a parking lot as well. Okay. For people to park and then walk to the train, or people walking. They don't have to worry about the traffic going through, because that's going up and over, so the pedestrians don't have to cross that either. Right. They'll be able to walk from here, and they will be able to cross under the ramp. So remember, think of the fact that 81's up there and Bass Lake Road, it'll come down and the ramp ends up coming down here. You can walk under it and get to the station, and walk under and get to the housing over there, all the residents in Crystal, eventually Brooklyn Center over there. There's a big bus connection here, because that, going that way, goes 3 or 4 or 5 routes that come from Brooklyn Center Transit Center, come down Bass Lake Road. Some come down 63rd, some come down Bass Lake Road. So there'll be a bus stop there, so people can have a connection, get on LRT, and then go north or south. So this is kind of the plan here at Bass Lake Road.
That's all in your Go Book that you have in your office. Right. So people, when you get back together next month, Jackson's got all the images, and they are available also online. And so what I'll do following up from today is I'll make sure you have a link to send to everybody, so that you can go online yourselves and really look at the images of what Dan is describing to you today.
Now, the other option you're going to see in there, we don't love this one as much, which is leaving the lanes like this, putting LRT in the middle, widening it out to allow for all the lanes. Everything is at grade, and then having a pedestrian bridge that goes up, over, down to the station. So here's the problem with that, right? It's okay if you're walking and you get guided that way, but if you're standing here, you can either run across the street, or you can go upstairs or an elevator, over, downstairs.
Running across the street.
And people, I mean, it's not natural, so it's more natural to do, I mean, it'll look a lot like that. So you can see how the road goes up and over the BNSF railroad tracks there. It would do the same kind of thing. It would start here, come up over Bass Lake Road, we can come down again. So why it's different than 63rd is, here, 63rd isn't as busy, so there, 63rd will have the station in the middle, and then there will be a skyway that comes from the parking ramp over there, go over BNSF tracks, over the roadway, and down to the station.
So the overpass on the 81 highway, is it going to be just just Bassett, over Bassett Road, or is it going to go further to another intersection?
Just over Bassett Road. Because the traffic is a lot less on 63rd than it is on Bassett Road.
Yes.
So we're okay to keep that with the signal control. And from a walking standpoint, most people that are going to use the station at 63rd, not everyone, there's still a lot of people in the neighborhoods there, but many people are going to be coming from that park and ride that's there at 63rd, so they'll be able to take a Skyway right from the second level over the street down to the station and go. And maybe onto the other side too, but we haven't worked that piece out. So there's some single-family apartments right there that we have to figure out how we're going to work around those. There's a small office building there. That City's Auto, that's the big that's where the ramp comes down. So the City's Auto would be purchased, but the medical building, the new eye care clinic, which is what's under construction there, that all can stay. That's all fine. On the other side, everything can stay because we're not going on the other side of the railroad tracks. But we've heard some concerns from City of Crystal about trying to preserve this. Now I'm going to go to the anti-displacement side, right, Anna? Trying to protect that small strip mall across from Becker Park that has many immigrant, or maybe all immigrant businesses in there. And of course, when our office was there, we used a tailor that was in there, a small restaurant in there. So those would that's a part. Again, now as we get into anti-displacement, the idea is not to have that get wiped out and put in with high, expensive new buildings. So that's part of it.
One of our concerns as well. Is displacement of small micro businesses, especially immigrant businesses.
Yep, but we can get into depth on that at the dinner. We might want to keep the
so we're happy that you're keeping that over there,
So. And this so far, the City Council here in Crystal is okay. This is a 6-lane road. It's going to go to a 4-lane road with LRT. Is that enough? We think if we get rid of this delay by letting people go up and over without stopping, it'll operate very well. It'll operate very well. I mean, our studies have shown that, so we're confident that that will work okay. So we don't have to do a lot of widening here. We just need to build the train.
Correct.
So everybody know where we're going at our next stop?
The next stop is the pin.
So we're going to go right down here, follow the...
Do that. Yeah. What's the other Vicky? Because I needed a network.
By the way, they have awesome concerts and things like that here.
Oh yeah, they all because I did see that. Okay.
So for everybody, besides my little tour through the neighborhood, everything we drove from when we left on Bass Lake Road all the way to here, that's the whole route of the LRT. So it would go over Highway 100, it would go through Robbinsdale, through the Robbinsdale area, past North Memorial Hospital where we went down here, and we would have a station in and around Penn Avenue. This would be right here. This Penn Avenue is there. The station is likely going to be on the other side of Penn Avenue, but we didn't have a good place to stop. Now you'll see a big difference when we get here. This is not 6 lanes wide with sidewalks all the way. So to take this road and to put a train in the middle and not by these businesses, the street's got to change quite a bit. So the idea is no more parking on the street. That would likely have to go away. That's a big deal to businesses all along here, including these local businesses right here. No parking. Secondly, 1 lane in each direction through here, because we've got to keep sidewalks, we've got to keep a station in here, and we got to have turn lanes for here. So this is a very important station area. The C line, which is a north-south bus route that goes from Brooklyn Center all the way into down to all the way down Penn to Highway 55. The Sea Line crosses there on Penn, so we want to be close to that to connect. We want to be close to these businesses. We want to be close to the Capri. We want to be close to the YMCA. We want to be close to North Commons Park, right over here. So there's just a lot of activity here. This is a big station area. But how we fit everything in here, traffic plus train.
So are there going to be an overhead over there too? Like an over?
No, because here you won't be crossing a 6-lane road. You'll be crossing 1 lane of traffic, and so there'll be traffic signals and that. So it'll be like you're gonna see when we ride on University Avenue, when we ride through St. Paul. It'll be just street running LRT with traffic on either side, and it'll operate that way. So
if I'm getting it right there, you see the rail line gonna go right in the middle.
the rail line would go in the middle, one each direction, like
That's
we're
his
going to see
business
on
right there.
University Avenue, and then traffic on either side, no parking, and then, you know, so where will people cross? We're going to have to build some crossings. Parking is a big deal. Neon wants to build and is proposing to build a food incubator business right in here, where they want to put a business on this parking lot. So where might we build parking in here to help serve some of these businesses? That'll be a big piece that we look at.
Yeah, that's fine. Because if we're taking parking away from these businesses, are their customers then going to be able to park in the new parking ramp that's being built?
Well, it'll have to be parking, not for the train.
Right.
When I talk about building parking, it'll be not for the train, but it'll be for
these
mitigating the loss of on-street parking. Okay. So it would have to be public parking available for people that want to access these businesses, which means it can't be 3 blocks away. Well, you can park there and go to Boost Mobile. No, it's got to be close, right?
Right.
I mean, in order to help serve those pieces. So, but there's all kinds. I mean, if you look to the north, all the buildings on that side of West Broadway, north of 10, closed, boarded up, closed. So how might those property owners now consolidate some of their properties and build something that supports, you know, housing or businesses that's supported by the LRT being built? That's part of what we want to help people with as they do that work.
We want to do a bathroom stop, so we're just going to walk to the bathroom. Everybody. So we don't even need to ride to drive here. We just can just get on the train and come to the market.
There you go.
Yeah. Vi har inte gett sina grejer. Det är på där.
Well, you're not supposed to, of course, go this way. Now this platform goes this way. That goes towards downtown. So we need to go on this platform. So we're going this way.
We're going this way?
We're going this way. Yeah.
All right.
So we want to cross
This
over
way.
here.
No African will be hit by
Tour gets hit by train. No. That would be bad.
Maybe think about it.
A lot of fun.
I don't think we can put these in. I think everyone just needs to have this in case anyone comes to show. Don't worry that it says it's expired. I said it is not now. So this is the last station where both trains come. So blue goes down through South Minneapolis to Mall of America, and green goes to St. Paul. So we do not want this train.
So we're not going with this one.
They're not. This is blue.
Green.
And you can see the little blue. Okay, everyone. That's 2 minutes for green, then 6:46. So they're about 10 minutes apart at this time of day. And this is pretty cool. This is different kinds of stations. This is a split platform station. So we're going to build a lot of single platform stations where the platform is in the middle and then the tracks are on either side. So you can be on the platform and a train comes here or a train comes over there, and you'll tell which one. Sometimes when you don't want to move the tracks around the station, you keep the tracks together, like here, and there's a platform on this side and a platform on that side. So when you go to the stadium, it's a big thing to come out because everybody comes out at the same time, and then they say green line here, blue line here, Minneapolis here, this way, and everybody gets in the right spot.
So this is 2.
So right, so here, if you're going downtown or to the Twins game, that way you see 2 Target Field, 2 Target Field, 2 downtown St. Paul, 2 Mall of America. You're on this one, and then off we go.
And this train will take you from here to where?
This train will go from here, and it will go around, go through the university. We're going to see this, go through the University of Minnesota. So there's several stations at the university, and then it'll go into Minneapolis, and then it'll go to University Avenue. They'll take University Avenue all the way down to the Capitol in St. Paul, make a turn, and go into downtown St. Paul. And the end of the line will be Union Depot.
Is that the same route they're going to use to go to Rochester? Or
no, that would be different. Now, the blue line comes from Mall of America, and it goes here where it says to Target Field. The blue line goes that way, and it stops at Target Field. That's the extension that we're building. So it won't stop at Target Field. It will say to Brooklyn Park. It will say in the future, because that will be the end in Brooklyn Park. So it won't say to Target Field, it'll say to Brooklyn Park, and then Green Line will say to Eden Prairie, because the Green Line is going to go from St. Paul, from Target Field Station, go all the way to Eden Prairie. So that will be, so you'll be able to go from the airport to downtown. You'll be able to come from here all the way to Brooklyn Park.
Quick question. Why don't you guys put a rest area at the park at this station?
People live in them?
No, just like a bathroom. Like,
people live in them.
Here comes the train.
It's not.
Yeah,
are they locked? Are they open? What happens in them? Who's monitoring them?
That's
It's
a lot
just
of work.
not a good thing. So here we go.
It's green.
First train ride.
Green. They're all the same color. Yes, they look the same.
There you go. There you go.
Let's go.
For first time.
Not my friend.
First time.
Norris, you have the coaches. They're right now for
I know. You go in the back?
So I spent 7 years in charge of construction of building this. So I have a lot of
And now you can try it in.
I think a lot of all of these pieces, so.
So I think.
Sometimes I think it runs on my blood. But it doesn't, it runs on electricity.
I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah, that would be a
So when the two come together, it'll be from here. So Blue Line will comes from the airport in Mall of America. Green Line comes from St. Paul. They join together right here. And then they run together through downtown Minneapolis. And then green will go to Eden Prairie and blue will come
Is
out.
that going to change the timing for the train? Like right now it's every 2 minutes or something. Is it going to change when it goes to Brooklyn Park?
It shouldn't.
Okay.
It shouldn't because it's the same frequency that it's on now. So it should be that same. And it's not always 10. It's 10 minutes in peak hours. In the middle of the night, it's an hour apart. In the late hours, it's at 30 minutes apart. So it changes kind of during the day.
So how many additional cars do this train have?
So each train is made up of 3 cars. So this is one car.
Capacity.
So
What's the capacity of each car? Like 25, 30?
120. Whoa! If they're all crushed in. Remember, we got 20 people right here.
Yeah.
So if we're 10 minutes apart, I think there's like 54 cars at any one time that are running on green, and then like 40 some cars that are running on blue. Yeah. And we're buying another for Southwest. We're buying another 27 vehicles, and when we do Blue Line, we'll buy another as well. So we had to build this bridge over 35W. This is the Brian Coyle Center. So this is kind of the West Bank, Cedar Avenue area of Minneapolis, very close to the West Bank of the University of Minnesota. We work with the Somalian business community a lot, and the West Bank Business Association, the African Development Center on a lot of the work we did around the development of this general area right here. And then this station at West Bank is built, and it's down here, but there's an elevator tower up to Cedar Avenue there, and then there's an elevator tower up to 19th Avenue there, which goes up to the U of M. So you're able to be down here.
But you can also cross right here.
And you can cross right here. This is all university buildings right in here. Go through the intersection to the other side.
Driver's license. This is where I did my driver's license.
That's pretty new.
There you go, girl.
Oh, wow. I guess I never saw all of that. That's all brand new right there. Wow. I have not seen that.
And that's what light rail thing is. It does incentivize redevelopment, and we just have to direct it so it's for people who are already there, you know.
Wow, this is brand new.
And again, the property at Praise Valley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because right now it's really hard to direct even a public dollar.
2 or 3 years ago. They are reflecting the private sector too.
Yeah, exactly. But if we have something like this, it's like, okay, things are going to be happening. Those regulations.
So this is a very
directed for our
University
benefit.
Avenue station. The station here for this direction, and the station on the other side of the intersection for that direction. The reason we did that is so that you could have a left turn lane and a station, a left turn lane and a station, and it stopped as much widening. We didn't want to widen all this to buy all these buildings on the corners. So all these buildings were here, all these buildings have stayed. And they were.
Okay.
Yeah, and so there was a lot of, how do we get people in? I mean, not all of them are open. I'm guessing Hot Rocks right there is not open anymore, but it wasn't, you know, necessarily for construction. It's been closed for a while. New buildings come in, new ones go out. Things have changed. I do know, for example, the CVS just closed.
Oh.
And CVSs are closing all over, especially since they're in Target.
Right.
For them, the CVSs.
So is this what Avenue is going to look like for West Broadway, in a sense?
A little bit in that we won't have pretty close.
Right.
Pretty close.
You're getting rid of street parking.
Traffic on either side, and train in the center.
Right.
Yes. Yes. Oh, Jackson's on the phone. Okay, so he's tweeting this out. They got 50 beers and 100 whiskeys.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And isn't that the big boy guy up on the roof there? That's a little strange. Okay. We do know that the man who owned that bookstore over there just hated it.
They're coming.
He's still there, all there.
I think we should.
That's it? Okay, everybody's hungry, and so they're looking at. Oh, look at those pictures. Oh. So what are going to do?
That's what I want right now.
I don't want to smell more food, then I'll be like, oh no, we'll eat the order.
Come and welcome. Yeah, and I wish you could see the owner.
Yeah, Sabrina.
Karima. Sabrina is the name of the place. So this is it's a combination of Ethiopian, Oromo, Somali food.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're not in line.
Yeah. So you can go. Okay, so that is that. This is part of Middle Africa.
Really good coffee.
I've tried it. Yes. This is a small mall.
Okay.
And you can actually or Messi. Nigerian Business Administration. Yeah.
So we're building a mall in Broken Town. So we want to see how it looks like before we build ours. So we get the experience of what you're doing.
This is the office, the money setup, Hawala, they call Hawala, but it's a money setup.
Can you explain what Hawala is?
The Hawala is the African We send it to Africa for the money. For the
Money
poor
wire.
people.
Oh.
Money wires.
Money wire.
Yeah, so we send it Ethiopia, Somalia, Kenya. Too many different places we send the money. And also the tickets, we send tickets also. The airplanes, yeah.
Travel agency.
Travel agency, yeah. Also they are preparing for tax returns. Also.
Tax return.
Tax returns,
Okay.
yeah.
You do all in this office?
Yeah, this office. There are 3 things so far.
Okay.
They do it.
Okay.
So,
This is
How does AEDS help you?
actually, it's a lot of things we need to help. But something we can do it, something we cannot do it.
Correct.
We have the issue for the backing. So we cannot do anything about that. So there's the property doesn't have the good backing. And also we need it for the today, the social media or the news or the advertisement for the outreach.
Okay.
That's all the things we can help us out. Like you guys coming today, you can tell people what you do. Yeah.
This is good. Thank you.
Can you give us a tour?
Actually, yes. Why not?
Okay.
Let's go.
This is nice. Yeah, I'm more looking like this. Yeah.
This is European bus for the tourists, for the helping for the kids, for the homework. So today is closed. So yeah, tourism here. And you see like what they say for the clothing women, for the ladies, for the ponies also too. So yeah. So here, yeah, thank you so much. Here, selling for the Islamic clothes. Nur,
Yeah, owner from
is the
London.
owner.
Nice to meet you.
He's the owner, so he can speak to you guys.
How you doing? We're from the Labrador Business Association.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. So how's business here?
It's doing okay. It's running. Customers have been created.
Okay.
And merchandise was brought now, almost is over. But there's another merchandise coming.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the way, another shipment.
Okay.
We're
I
expecting.
asked the mall feeling.
Yeah, the mall feeling is good. I mean, it's a little bit, as we described, like customers that come in.
So one
the
customer
movement-
come for one person, but they can see in your
They
store.
can see everything, and the movement is going on in between, and people like it. What we have, the race, especially the money transfer. There's a lot of people has came to do some money transfer about it, and even though non-community people are coming to the stores, the small, and expecting to have some kind of view. They're just walking in and especially coming for the hennas and all that things, and they're doing pretty good.
Explain what is henna.
The henna is a traditional, it's called in English tattoo.
Oh, okay.
It's a traditional art form. It came from the Middle East, from India, from part of the African countries. Most of them came from the East. So the henna is when the wedding going on, they put that henna.
Those are the things that we see on the
Yes.
It's washable. It stays for like
The only
couple
difference
days.
from the tattoo is
It's
the
a
henna
washable.
is washable. Yeah.
It goes away day after day. You know, the person gets clean up hands or dishwasher and everything, and it disappears. It disappears, and the skin comes off. So, yeah, I mean, that's traditionally, and these are the Turkish coffee things.
Do you sell those stuff that you like the mint, the white crystal?
So what is
I was in Dubai. No, the one you smell.
Yeah, I mean, I have certain smells.
I was in Dubai and bought it.
Yeah. There are separate things, but there are some of them. Something like that is the mint. It's made of you can have one or two things, and you use a charcoal. It takes the whole taste. It smells good. You know, it tastes good.
Okay. Now we know where to come. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
We know where to come now. We didn't know this place. First time coming here.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
You go by every single time.
We don't even know it's a mall.
Haircut done always ready.
We pass by here all the time.
This place?
Yeah.
Almost about a year now.
Oh yeah now?
Yeah.
And how's the traffic?
Traffic is like you see this here. Okay. There's a lot of traffic now. It's not bad really. Big difference.
Okay. Yeah, because people come in for different reasons and see stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. That's why always good to walk inside the mall.
Yeah.
Than outside.
Okay.
Different thing always brings the crowd.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of barbershop.
But we pass by here every time. We don't even know this is a mall.
Yeah, when you look from outside, it will look like a mall.
Correct.
We're working on that.
But now we know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll go back.
These are other businesses. That's another business. You know, up to I believe Thomas Avenue.
Wow.
Yeah, Thomas Avenue, and then University. Then when you go this side, Minnehaha Avenue, all the way to Fairview to Snap. And then
that's Little Africa.
That's Little Africa.
Wow.
Yeah. And then virtually, there is also West Bank in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
West Bank, yeah.
West Bank.
We
That's
built
a lot of East Africans there.
Okay.
Ethiopian, Oromo, Somalis. Yeah. That actually we don't hold Little Africa festivals there, but they are actually. And that's what we are planning to actually partner with you guys and see how we can do it at Brooklyn Center, Brooklyn Park.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question here. So what is your first partnership strategy? I mean, are you looking at, what about you start trying to create room for Liberian businesses to start moving over to this? Because this is very profit making.
Yeah.
I can tell you that for sure. So what do you? I mean,
and we have a large Liberian community in the St. Paul area.
Right, and that are doing businesses as well.
Yeah.
So how do you think? What are you thinking? You try to incorporate them, create spaces here for them. To start,
then it becomes African.
I like the name. You know, I just like
Little Africa.
Fascinated
Little
by the name.
Africa.
You know, Little Africa. But it's East African dominant or dominant. Right?
Yes.
So how do we decentralize?
Right.
You know,
And make it more
right.
Africa.
Right.
This is a good question. How can we partner if there are Liberians here or any other African immigrant? The easiest way to come to us, come up with a business idea. We will help you how to access funding. We will help you with the training. We will help you with marketing, accounting, what have you. And even we will help you with location. How can we find a good location where we can?
So what we'll do is we'll continue
and also,
to work.
You know, what's good about this area is there are abandoned buildings. And there are agencies that really will help you purchase the building. Yeah, abandoned buildings. Yeah, there are many buildings in St. Paul.
So even if we don't have funding, let's say I run a business,
then we'll help you with that.
Awesome. That's what I want.
So we'll connect with you, we'll continue to work with you and build a relationship to get.
Exactly, yeah, just whoever wants to. Actually, we can start, we can create small committee from both sides, and then we'll get together and strategize how we can do it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's what like Aurora St. Anthony Neighborhood Development Corporation did, is they put together a partnership, and then they can go. They built
Okay.
So that's what it takes for that level of investment.
Would be extended from downtown by Target Field up through North Minneapolis, through Robbinsdale, city of Robbinsdale, the city of Crystal, and up into Brooklyn Park. And so we would have a station on Highway 81 and 63rd, which is right near Liba's offices there in Brooklyn Park. And then we would eventually have a station on West Broadway and Brooklyn Boulevard in the city of Brooklyn Park. And that's right at the business incubator that Jackson talked about. So there's a way to both bring employees, businesses, and people there to work, to shop, to attend those businesses, and then also to send people from there as well. The north part of that, this line extends to North Hennepin Community College in Brooklyn Park and up near Target's headquarters up near Highway 610. Talked a little bit about the connection of Green Line. I remember working on Green Line and the West Bank Station, and how we put that station, when we put the West Bank Station at the university in place, we were going to put it under 19th, or we were going to put it under Cedar Avenue. So we needed to serve the university at the University of Minnesota, but we also needed to serve the business and residential community up along Cedar Avenue. And so what we decided to do was shift it and then provide access up to both. And so you can leave that station and go up to 19th Avenue, or you can also go up to Cedar Avenue and access all of the business and residential areas that you talked about up in there. Worked a lot with the African Development Center and the West Bank Business Association at that time when we did that work. So I'm happy to continue this work now, to build this piece. We're excited at Hennepin County and at Metro Transit to now recommend a new route, to begin the engineering, and to hopefully, even though it isn't immediate, probably 6 or 7 years away, open that extension and then have a line that runs from Brooklyn Park all the way down to the Mall of America, but then connects with the Green Line in Minneapolis and connects either way. So tonight with me is Joan Van Hala, who works for our public engagement work, and many of you have known Joan or met Joan. Joan, like me, has been toiling away in light rail projects for many, many years. And Anna Schmiel is here as well. Anna works for Commissioner Lundy in Commissioner Lundy's office. Commissioner Jeff Lundy represents District 1 in Hennepin County, Brooklyn Park, Crystal, Robbinsdale, Brooklyn Center, and the North communities there. And certainly, guys, say, you know, go ahead and introduce yourselves as well.
Yeah. Hi, there we go. Hi, everyone. I have met some of you before, but yeah, I'm Anna Schmiel. I work for Commissioner Lundy. So I'm pretty familiar with business incubators, technical assistance, because before this I worked for NEON. I'm not sure if people know Northside Economic Opportunity Network for 2.5 years, and I actually was doing technical assistance with businesses in Robbinsdale and Crystal when I was introduced to Jeff, and then I started working for him. So once he became commissioner about 1.5 years ago. So we're both really, really passionate about supporting small businesses, making sure that the light rail actually brings economic opportunities to people that are already in the community. And so that's something that, you know, we are really, really working hard on with the anti-displacement work group, which will develop policies to get money to really support businesses. So yeah, we are here if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you have ideas, please let us know. There are some people here like Jackson George, for example, not to put you on the spot, but who are part of the anti-displacement work group, which is basically the group that will be developing policy recommendations, like I said, to figure out ways to help people stay in place, whether that's their businesses or stay in their homes. So, you know, we're kind of people where if you have ideas, you know, I mean, people know Jeff because he's, you know, former mayor of Brooklyn Park, very hands-on. Like, you know, you have our emails, you have our numbers, you can just text us. We try to be very transparent. So thanks for having us.
For politics, entertainment, news, and business. And this is KMTV. We are on your screen, we are everywhere. The best online Liberian platform you have. Make the best use of it. My name is Frank Adams, and I endorse this channel.